Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Freaky Fridays with Sonia. I am Sonia, and if you are intrigued by the enigmatic, strange, dark, mysterious, paranormal, real life happenings from all around the world, then you've come to the right place, because that's what I do, and I upload a freaky video every Friday. So if that's of interest to you, please do subscribe and support the channel. If you do like this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. It would mean everything to me. Also, please leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to read what your thoughts are and what your take is on this particular case. Before I begin, I'd like to give my usual disclaimer. I mean absolutely no disrespect to anyone that I talk about in this video. All of this is just information that I have found online, and I have compiled in a story format for the purpose of this video. Also, if this kind of content is not suitable for you or it triggers you in any manner, I completely understand. Please do not subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and take care of yourself. Nothing is more important than taking care of yourself. We can probably meet on another platform. All of my social media handles will be left below. My username is soniahaeems on Instagram, on Facebook, so we can connect there. Having said all that, let's dive into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the strange case of a mystery man from Taured. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. I'm sure you don't know. I'm sure no one knows, because there is no place like Taured, at least not on our world map. The year was 1954, and a man landed at Tokyo International Airport, seemingly on a business trip. He was dressed very professionally. He looked very suave, very dapper. He had on a suit. He had a briefcase. And nothing seemed unusual up until the time that he went through immigration and customs, where he had to show his documents. And when he produced his passport, airport authorities saw that he was supposedly from a place called Taured. So they looked at him, because no one had heard of a place called Taured. His passport otherwise seemed absolutely fine. It seemed genuine. There were stamps and seals of various countries that this man had been to, including Japan. But they're wondering, where is this place called Taured? So they ask him about it, and he gets a little offended. He gets a little angry. In fact, he tells them, how come you don't know my country? It's been around for thousands of years. And why are you all acting like you don't know my country? They are all looking at one another thinking, what is going on? So they ask him, okay, do you have any other sort of documentation or identification on you? And he provides them with his driver's license, which was issued from Taured. He also gave them his bank checkbook, which was issued from his bank in Taured. He also had different kinds of currencies from various European countries that he had traveled to. So authorities kept all of this in their possession. He gave them the name of the hotel that he was staying in for the night. He gave them the name of the company that he was meeting with the next morning. So they called the hotel, and the hotel says, no, we don't have any such reservation. They call the business organization that he's supposed to meet with the next day, and they also say, no, we don't, there is no person coming in to meet us tomorrow from, where is Taured? Airport officials are puzzled, and they're looking at one another thinking what to do. Now it's getting into the later hours of the night. So they do the next best thing. They bring in a world map and they lay it out in front of him, and they tell him, point out where your country is. So he points out to a country between France and Spain, which on our map is called Andorra. Airport officials are looking at him and saying, no, this is called Andorra. And he's looking back at them and saying, no, it is Taured. So now it's such a weird and baffling situation. And airport authorities, they kind of talk about it amongst themselves, and they decide, you know what, let's just put him up in a hotel for the night, not the hotel that he was booked in or not booked in. They decided, let's put him up in a hotel which was close to the airport. Let him also rest for the night. We'll also think about how to handle this and we'll deal with it in the morning. And that's exactly what they did. They put him up in a hotel room which was close to the airport on a high floor. And since this was a little bit of a strange case, there were immigration officials and security personnel outside his door. There was security on that floor. This particular room that he was given had no balcony. It had sealed windows. They told him, you can rest for the night and we'll see what we can do in the morning. However, the next morning when authorities went in, strangely, he was just gone. The mystery man from Torrid had just vanished. And along with him, strangely, all of his documents, which were in their possession, had also disappeared. And the strange mystery man from Torrid was never seen of or heard of ever again. This case was covered in a book in 1989 called The Directory of Possibilities, written by Colin Wilson and John Grant. In 1999, it was covered yet again in another book called Strange But True, Mysterious and Bizarre People, written by Thomas Sleman. So that's all I have for you guys on this case. I mean, that's all that we have on this particular case. However, since I do not personally like open-ended stories or cases, or I don't even like unsolved cases, I thought let's talk about some of the theories and possibilities that people have spoken about regarding this case over the years. Now, the first theory or the first possibility is that many people believe that this man was probably an interdimensional traveler. Hugh Everett, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking have all been talking about the parallel universe theory or the multiverse theory. Scientists still today who study alternate universes or parallel universes or multiverses, they all believe that in every alternate universe, there are chances of at least a 1 to 2% of differences in universes, if not more. So the theory is that this man was from another dimension and somehow, like maybe by a wormhole or a black hole or gateway, he got displaced from his dimension into our dimension. And in his dimension, the area between France and Spain that he pointed out to was Torrid, which is Andorra in our dimension. This is a common theory that people have been theorizing about, that by some form of maybe glitch in the matrix or whatever it is, he got displaced and he came into our dimension where Torrid did not exist. And many people theorize that because of his attire and the way he carried himself and how the story went, he was probably an important person, which is why he was taken back into his dimension, and that explained his disappearance along with his belongings and all of his documentation, which was in the possession of the airport officials. The second theory is that this man was a time traveler from our dimension itself. So some people believe that maybe Torrid will be a place in our dimension in the far, far future. And maybe this man traveled somehow to the past where this place is still Andorra. The third and final theory is that maybe airport authorities really messed up. Maybe they were not able to understand this man and his accent, or there was some sort of a major miscommunication there. And also there is a theory that this particular place called Torred, T-A-U-R-E-D, was somehow misspelled, and it was supposed to be Taureg, T-A-U-R-E-G, which is existent in our world near Algeria. But how he disappeared and how his documents disappeared is, and I guess will always remain a mystery. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. That's all I have for you. If you do like this video, like I said, please give it a thumbs up. If you do like this kind of content, do subscribe to the channel. And till I meet you next Friday with another freaky video, take good care of yourselves, stay happy, stay smiling, and bye-bye.